So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Today's matter is very bonkious. It has both K-leg and bow leg joined together. It is so serious that I had to ask one of the artists that I just signed into my record label to hit the studio immediately and construct us a powerful jam to resonate. DJ, give us the banger.
One man meat, another man poison. If one man chop meat, another man chop palm. One man meat, another man poison. If another man chop palm, now poison.
Thank you, Okafor, for that banger. You are going places. Please, all protocols observed. From the title and the thumbnail, you already know that today's video is for adults only. 18 plus. Emeka, please join Musa, evict all the minors from the building. If you are below 18, please vacate the premises right away. No. Has that been done? It's all right, thank you. Now let us start. You see, as God share problem give everybody. One man's meat, as this my artist has sang, is another man's kanda. In today's dispensation, where married women are complaining and lamenting bitterly that their husbands' machine guns are going into early retirement, we do not know the cause. So whether it is economic hardship, whether it is black suit, Port Harcourt black suit, or whether it is fuel scarcity, but whatever be the case, so many women are coming out to lament and complain that their husbands do no longer satisfy them Iza Ozarum. You see them on blogs. Keep me anonymous, Auntie Susan. Keep me anonymous, Auntie Jane. Equating a full-fledged man to instant noodles. Is it good? You hear them, they say a 1 minute man, he's a 2 minute man, he's a 3 minute man. Time shaming the odogus for me, which I will not take. In this dispensation that I am explaining is the same age and time that a woman dragged her husband to court, seeking a dissolution of their marriage on the grounds that from, oh my God, how do I say it? How do I explain this now in simple nomenclature? That from dusk till dawn, from Chieje to Chiabo, this husband, you know there is husband and there is horse. This husband of hers, hold on for work, hold on for high tension. She can't sleep. Let us read the news together before people will say Neze has come again with a fictitious story. You guys know I don't do fictitious stories. Let us read the matter together. 37-year-old woman, Linda Steven, has approached the Kaduna customary courts seeking a divorce from her husband, Felix Steven, citing his excessive sexual demands. In her petition, Linda, a resident of Ungwen Sunday in Kaduna, told the court that she could no longer cope with her husband's constant need for sex, which she described as unbearable. I urge the court to dissolve this marriage because I can't stand his excessive sexual urge. He likes sex too much and I can't bear it, she said. She further alleged that Felix frequently subjected her to long hours of sexual activity even when she was in distress. Most times, he would have sex with me from midnight till early hours of the morning. Even when I'm crying, he will not stop. You see why I call him husband? Hus. She said, it's been 3 months since I moved out of his house. His relatives have been pleading with me to go back to him, but I do not know what I am facing. Linda also accused her husband of resorting to violence whenever she refused his advances, stating that he had beaten her in front of their 2 children. On this same matter. In his defense, Felix admitted to his actions but pleaded with the courts not to grant his wife's request, expressing his willingness to change. So the divorce petition has become disputatious, has become contentious because he is refusing the divorce. I took my uncles and friends to her parents' house to plead with her, but she refused to listen to us. Instead, she walked out on us, he said. He further begged the court for time to reconcile with his wife, assuring them that he was ready to control his sexual urges. Hey, Uncle Felix, I know we don't mean to intrude. This is a personal issue, man. Court documents are public documents. So when anybody can access these documents, once you say you want to divorce, it now becomes public information. So people can read it and comment on it. But that's why we want to ask you now, is it an Olympic? Are you training for Olympics? Are you an Olympian? Answer me, are you a buffalo? Which one be say you hope person picking from dusk till dawn? After the day's work, business, cooking, parenting, taking care of children, time to sleep. You hope person picking from dusk till dawn. Why are you exhibiting this extreme behavior? What is the world coming to? All these animals that some of these odogus are drinking, they have to be very careful. Oh. You see some of them, they're drinking something. They don't draw bull on the thing. They'll draw horse. They'll draw lion. All these animals that you are consuming, are you in the animal kingdom? Now see what we're talking about. One day you go drink the one we go give you stroke. Calm down. What do you guys think about this kind of horse band? Please, let us know down in the comment section before we face the legal angle of this issue before us. Now, having read this real life case, this is a true life story. I'm very sure that two very pertinent questions must come to mind. First, what do our laws have to say about this situation? What is the law's position on hypersexuality as a ground for divorce or for dissolution of marriage? Or should we call it a hypersexual disorder? These days, they had anybody, disease full ground. If you behave anyhow, they stamp one on you. They diagnose you on the spot. Should we call this hypersexuality or nymphomaniacism or hypersexuality disorder? Because how do we categorize this issue? Because see, now a marriage is about to end because of this. So this is not a joking matter anymore. So your first question, I believe, will be, can a person approach the honorable court seeking for their marriage to be dissolved on the ground that their spouse is hyperactive in the other room and they cannot cope with it? The second question that may come to the minds of many is marital rape an offense in Nigeria? What is our law's position on marital rape? You can use raid. You know our style now. If you had OG here, if you're not new here, you know that we don't use rape. I may use it in the conversation once in a while because I'll use it sparingly. But if everybody starts using it in the comment section, it will be so much and it might spark up some reaction from YouTube. So just substitute rape for raid. I don't tell you now. Still, we go still see some people that the species of their head is in the ogbogbo species, the coconut species. They will still type something else in the comment section. So, back to your question that may be in mind. Is marital rape now an offense in Nigeria? So let us take the first question. Hypersexuality as a ground for divorce. What does the law say? I have a full dedicated video, very elaborate, where I discussed and explained the grounds for divorce, step by step, every one of them. I'm going to leave the link to that video. It is a very resourceful and powerful video. So after this one, you can watch that one. I strongly advise and recommend that you do. I will leave the link down in the description box and pinned in the comment section. But I'm going to just touch on it briefly in passing in this video. According to our laws, the Matrimonial Causes Act, which is the law that is responsible for cases such as divorce, child custody, maintenance of spouses, and all of that. All those family matters, if I can put it in a nutshell. The Matrimonial Causes Act states only one ground upon which a marriage shall be dissolved. And it says that a marriage shall only be dissolved if that marriage has broken down irretrievably. It cannot be retrieved. It don't bafuka. It don't dabaru. Patak pata. That is just Oyibo man's way of saying patak pata. Irretrievably. That is the only ground. So you may then ask, Neze, how would the courts know that the marriage has broken down irretrievably? Are they living in the same house with me? I'll tell you. The law went further to state 8 grounds, the existence of which, of any or all of which, the court will infer that because of one or more of these 8 grounds, we can infer that this marriage has broken down irretrievably. So these are the 8 factors that the court can hold on to arrive at the conclusion that that marriage has indeed broken down irretrievably. 1, a willful and persistent refusal to consummate the marriage. Don't say, let's see now, see this case here, the woman has refused to consummate. You have to know the meaning of consummation. Oh. Some people think that everyday kwakwa is consummation. No. Consummation is the very first intercourse that the man and the woman has after marriage. So if you refuse to consummate, that is a ground for divorce. Secondly, adultery. Adultery, but with a clause. Adultery and the petitioner finds it intolerable to live with the adultery committer. I would explain. So if it's just adultery on its own is not a ground for divorce, because the law understands that it's not everybody that wants to end their marriage because of their partner, their wives or their husband slept with somebody else. For some people, they can deal. So if they can deal, why would you force them to divorce? So that's why the law added that clause, that's adultery. And the petitioner, that's the person bringing the complaint that I want divorce, finds it intolerable to bear that adultery. So the person didn't condone it. It's not after your husband or wife sleeps with someone else, you now condone it. You say, baby, I love you, together forever. Then 2 years later, you now came and say, that adultery. The court will say, you have what? Condoned it. Go back home. 3, desertion. Desertion, to desert somebody. And this desertion can be either desertion facti, which is desertion in fact, or desertion juris, which is desertion in law, constructive desertion. I'll just explain small. Desertion facti is when Oga carry his bag and go and live with his side chick and abandon you there. That is desertion facti. He has left you in fact. But desertion juris means both of you are still under the same roof, but that person has deserted you. Mind, spirit, and soul, the person has left you. It's just the person's empty container. When you finish drinking milk, that's empty tin. That is what is left with you in the house. The person does not talk to you, does not intend to have any relationship with you, is just living with you, living separate lives. That can be desertion juris. Even if that person puts you in a position where you have to leave, the law can deem that desertion juris. For example, your wife is always beating you, tearing your clothes, giving you hellfire, making life unbearable for you, and the man runs away. Despite it is the man that physically left, the law can deem that woman the deserter, the person that's deserted, because she has put that man in a position where it has become impossible for him to cohabit. So let's stop there. Desertion, another ground at which the courts can grant a divorce. Then we have separation for 2 years or 3 years, as the case may be. You can resort to that content that I spoke about if you want more. Then we have the presumption of death. If you've not heard all those uncles, Emeka Obinda, Obaino China, Emeka Malay, Ikenna Japan, that will come to Nigeria, marry somebody and disappear. 1 year, 2 years, the wife does not know where the husband is, whether they have imprisoned him or whether he is dead, or she doesn't know. After 7 years, she is legally allowed to assume that you are presumed dead if she hasn't heard from you, and the court can dissolve that marriage. And lastly, unreasonable behavior. So where the respondent, that's the person that they want to divorce, has behaved in such a way that it cannot be reasonably expected for the petitioner to live with them. The petitioner, that's the person seeking the divorce. You have behaved so badly that it is not expected that a reasonable person can cope with this. Then that is a ground for divorce. And as you might sense, this ground is a lot wider. It's broader than the rest. The rest are more straightforward. You can tell what it means. But this one, a lot of other things, a lot of behaviors, a variety of factors can be put or can come under this ground of unreasonable behavior. So it can be said to be subjective. Domestic violence can come under there. Addiction, crime, criminal, armed robber. Marry armed robber, go and shoot and come back home. You don't expect someone to be married to such a thing. That can come under unreasonable behavior. Recklessness, financial recklessness, a gambler, blowing up all the family's income, that can come under bad behavior. Irresponsible behavior, emotional abuse, silent treatment, just name it. This is where a lot is like miscellaneous, all others. You took it under here. Now, although the law did not expressly list this hypersexuality as a ground for divorce, insatiable, constant sexual drive may fall under this unreasonable behavior. If that excessive sexual desire or demand is causing very significant distress to that petitioner, is causing unbearable discomfort or harm or injury, where, for example, this husband. Please emphasize on this horse for me. It's good to emphasize it. Where this husband does not know what start line or finish line means. It keeps on going, whether you are wounded, whether you are bleeding, whether you are bruised, whether you enter coma. No concern. It may be argued to fall under this bracket of unreasonable behavior. And so at this point, and let me throw it to you guys, my darling ladies and my odogus, some of which are already boiling. What do you think about this? Do you think that extreme hypersexuality, where a husband has turned to full-blown buffalo, or where a wife, every time, Odoka the man, Jaja, the man just came back from work. Next thing, action. He's sleeping. Before you know it, somebody is on top of what is going on here? Before he enters the bath, someone has followed him. But Choibu, the young man, wants to take breath out of the young man's life. Do you think that in marriage, hypersexuality should come under this unreasonable behavior and should be considered a ground for divorce? Do let us get your opinions, thoughts, and comments down in the comment section. I know that at this point, some of my odogus are already boiling. My polygamous polycap odogus, they are boiling. Their blood is boiling right now. They're like, Barry Sanders said, you see what we're talking about? You see what I've been telling you? Oh yeah. You don't show for your face. I told you that polygamy is the best. You see why we've been advocating for polygamy? It is not for us. If it's us, we don't have any problem. It is for you people. It is for your own good. I tell you, to God. Just to ease you of this workload and this responsibility. That is just it. This is not because of us. That is why we are advocating for polygamy. You see, all this poor man wanted to do was his God-given rights of Kiriwa. Now he has landed in court. What is his offense? Shay, if this man now had 2, 3, 4 wives, are we going to be here? Shay, if the first one is tired, he will connect his Bluetooth to the available device, whatever device that is available. Bam. Oh, Western culture. Western culture, see what you are doing. You are spoiling things. Uncle, I beg, carry your wahala come out for here. Even polygamous men still cheat. It's not about the number of wives. And ojukokoro is still an ojukokoro. So before we close this video, let us have a conversation. We have addressed this legally, right? You know, I always love to leave an impact. Let us talk maturely as people desiring solutions, not just as critics or observers of the law. For those desiring solutions, not just desiring an opportunity or an excuse to cheat or to stray. Yes, this woman's case may be extreme because we're talking about dusk till dawn here and the matter is in court, so it's an extreme case. But believe you me, there are many marriages out there suffering from this sexual disparity, which eventually leaves one party feeling frustrated and undesired. I'll talk to you, giving you very honest pieces of advice as a woman, from a woman's perspective. And I implore us to listen keenly. Are all the under 18 still away? Don't open the door for them, lock them out. Please listen if you desire to learn, if you're desirous of learning, or you are desirous of improving your marriage, not just if you're desirous of sparking an argument. And as I speak to us, men, please also tell us down in the comment section. You know, I keep saying that we are a big team. There is no team combination that is stronger than a man and a woman coming together. And that is why I always advocate for situations where men and women can work together in harmony and partnership. So as I tell you from a woman's perspective, if you're a man and you have something to share on this subject, please drop freely down in the comment section because we will be reading and we will be learning as well. The first thing for we women is past trauma. Are you aware that many women, many girls in Nigeria, maybe in Africa as a whole, I do not know what it is like, the statistics, I'm not very sure what it is like in other countries, but I can tell you for free that many women, a good number of women, have at one point of their lives or the other, either as infants, toddlers, little girls before puberty, or teenagers, or young adults, or full adults, have been either raped, sexually molested, sexually harassed, or taken advantage of by someone. And worse is that there was no justice. If there was justice, that would have served as some kind of closure to many of these women. But these cases were left, in fact, many of them were not even reported. Many of them were kept to themselves. Those that even made it out to family, rather than justice, many of what these women got was shame and blame. And different women process these experiences differently. For some, they become ambassadors of sex ambassadors, giving it freely. They have no value for their bodies. They see sex as a sport, like just walking down the mall and picking up a burger. They become highly promiscuous. It could be as a reason of past sexual trauma that went unaddressed. But for some other women, they recline, they coil in sexually. And this is where a good number of the percentage lies. Their minds, subconsciously, without them even knowing, begin to associate sex with pain, fear, shame, powerlessness, rather than love and pleasure. And even if she loves her husband deeply, the psychological scars may make physical intimacy feel unwanted, feel very threatening or uncomfortable. Many times, these women don't even know that that's what's wrong with them. They don't even know how to go. We're not big on psychology back home. So many of the times, these women don't even know why they resent it, why they're never in the mood. If it's not headache today, it is body pain, fever. When will you be well, for goodness sake, and to resume your conjugal responsibility, madam? When? Many of them don't even know. Many of them may have an idea that that's what's causing it. They don't trust you enough to tell you. They don't know how you react. They don't know if you will see them differently. So they'll keep it to themselves. My dear Odogus, impatience, threats, emotional blackmail is not the solution. Your support is what she needs. Calm down. Except you don't love your wife. Oh. There's some men that are married for different reasons. Some people, not even men. Some people marry for different reasons. Else you don't love your wife. You're just looking for a steady excuse to do what you want. Good. She did it. Oh, yeah, busy. Meet me at hotel 102. After all, it's not my fault. You're looking for a steady reason to be Maradona. But if you really love your wife and you want to make the best out of your marriage, threatening her or shouting or complaining or being mad is not the solution if you have a wife in this position. Gentle communication, emotional safety. Take it easy. Help her heal. And with time, she will overcome that trauma, or at least learn how to deal with it. Secondly, emotional distress or marriage disconnect, marital stress. I do not know how many men do it. Not all. I know that some of my odogus are pure. I do not know how many men do it, but a lot of men can sleep with anything and many things. You see a stranger on the road by midnight, whether na winch, you don't know. Whether na mommy water, you don't know. You see a man that will go and pick her and take her home. Even mad women. You've not seen mad women that are pregnant. Who impregnated them? Is it women? You see a man, his wife will be the paragon of beauty, but you see him going to sleep with his house help that is nothing close to the wife, both in height, shape, beauty, everything. And you'll be wondering, what did this man see? He didn't see anything. No? All he sees is to satisfy his spiritual country. But for the woman, it's different. For women, emotional intimacy is what fuels sexual desire. If your woman feels emotionally drained, emotionally empty, neglected, disrespected, unappreciated, sexual arousal becomes extinct. Resentment will start to build. Her emotional walls go up and sex will feel forced, unwanted, and undesired. You cannot keep hurting your wife over and over again like she's a piece of crap, like she's a doormat without emotions, belittling her, crushing her, cheating on her like it's going out of fashion, betraying her, being the ambassador of disloyalty in your marriage. And you have the guts to expect that she will be so happy to just surrender her body to you at all times. And you start shouting, she denied me sex, so hey, my wife denied me. Please note that a woman's emotional and sexual life, they work hand in hand. Why do you think that men that totally women easily get them in their beds? I'm not justifying it, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm telling you the facts. Why do you think that men that make women feel desired or beautiful or pass compliments, make them laugh and make them smile and get to them emotionally, can cheaply get them in their beds? It's how a woman is designed. Her mind, her body, her emotions, they work pari passu. They're interwoven. So please be kind. It costs us nothing to be kind. That's all I keep preaching. Wives, be kind to your husbands. Husbands, please be kind to your wives. A woman's emotional appetite needs to first be satisfied before her sexual appetite. You see your woman, your wife, overburdened. You can't help her. You can't lift a finger. You lie down on the bed, you throw one leg here, you're pressing phone, watching Instagram slay queens clap their buttocks, back, 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 back. While your wife is running from homework, she's cleaning, she's putting food for everybody, washing plates, and you justify that, oh, after all, I brought money. If you brought money, whether your wife is dying, you don't care. That is an unkind partner. What stops you from getting up, joining her, and you guys are doing it together in love and peace? My dear brother, before you leave that kitchen and you are doing together and cleaning, she's ready for you. She's ready to tear you. Even if she's not in the mood, she's ready feeling that emotional indebtedness because you have made her feel loved. But when you lie down there, she finished struggling alone, gets to the room by 11 p.m. all drained, then you can, baby, come. And by the time she tells you, I'm tired, you start quoting Bible, start guilt stripping her. The Bible said, surrender your body. The Bible, you become a born-again Christian. My dear brother, be kind. Sex to a woman does not begin in the bedroom. It starts from, in fact, the first thing in the morning, that's when it starts from how she felt and how she was treated throughout the day. Lastly, in this video, there's so many more. But let us not drag this video any further. Lastly, on this video, the physical and hormonal changes. The average man does not have any much that happens with him or to him after marriage that will require such huge physical change on him. Yes, maybe with age, in gray hair, might add some weight here, but there is no big trauma or incident after marriage that would make a man change so much physically. We cannot say the same about the women. What pregnancy and childbirth does to a woman is what no man will ever be able to understand. Does to her both inside and outside. Women deal with so much emotional shifts. So much. From pregnancy to childbirth to breastfeeding, menstruation, ovulation, pre-menopause to menopause. Our bodies are always like doing, it's always sparking. And that's why you see women are more prone to mood swings. Because today, oxytocin and baggy tap before your head can recover. The other one, you don't even know what's happening. You can't even explain what's happening to you. So it is indeed more complex than you would ever know. And all of these things affect women. It affects our lives. It affects our libido. It affects everything. It affects how we see ourselves. Some women start to dread intimacy. Some women lose their self-confidence. Their self-confidence is on ground zero. Some women are dealing with body dysmorphia and extreme hate for their bodies and how they look. Start feeling so unattractive. By the time you are doing kissy, off the lights. So you don't even want anybody to see you that will not even your husband. And women are not designed like men. Men, people don't know what God has done for you. Because you guys don't attach importance to what you term as frivolous things. Women attach so much importance. We bother. Women worry. We are master warriors because we are too detailed. We consider little, tiny things. So our worry level is always very high. You can see a man with big tummy and his shape looking like improper fraction, looking like amoeba. He'll wear his boxer, he'll be walking around naked, he'll not even send you. But a woman's small tummy popping out after childbirth, or breast did this, or stretch mark did that, she will start hiding it. She wants to treat it. She wants to rub cream on it for it to disappear. She doesn't like that look. And it shows even in commercial industries. Look at the beauty industry. Enter a female salon and enter a men's salon and see the difference of the activity there. Or is it skincare? Or go to where they sell male skincare and go to where they sell female skincare. Tell them to give you their ledger and their balance sheet for the month. Or is it clothes? So women are always more conscious. Women are more critical of themselves. We are hard on ourselves. We over-scrutinize ourselves. And these hormonal changes, these bodily changes, they affect women. Be easy, my brother. Instead of shouting and angry and blaming and guilt-tripping, you're just increasing her anxiety. Why don't you try compassion? Why don't you try support? Why don't you try patience? Why don't you be part of the process that would help her to regain her confidence? Why don't you make an effort to bring back the sweetness in your marriage? It doesn't make you any less of a man. You will not die if you try. I hope I've spoken to those who value their marriage and value their spouses and want to bring out the best in them. May God bless and keep our marriages. And as for this, our sister in the subject of today's video, I strongly suspect that if it were just this over-demanding of sex, maybe the woman may not have come out to complain, but there was abuse also from what she said. There was abuse. He used to beat her up, if she doesn't succumb. So I believe that was more of the problem. But what are your thoughts on this case? Since the man has shown some, willingness to change, some remorse, do you think that our sister here should give the marriage another try, another chance, and try to make it work? Or do you think that, sister, please move ahead. Drop your thoughts down in the comment section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you're seeing me for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section, and stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye. Bye.